What? Seriously? You want me to make a video about 2020? Okay, here's the short version for you. It sucked. It is the worst year on record for me personally and for a lot of people. So, how about we leave it there and, I just get to chill and relax for the rest of the day. Because that would be really nice. All right, fine. I'll do it. If it'll get you off my back. Okay? Just give me a few minutes to set up the camera and everything, and we'll get this show on the road. So, everyone, Brad, 2020, Brad reviews 2020. All right, so for the first part of Brad reviews 2020, first off, I just woke up. It's New Year's Day. It's 7 a.m. Don't worry, I got to sleep at like 11 last night, so I got my 8 hours of sleep roughly. But yeah, I'm just quickly recording, the stuff that happened, and then I'll move on to what happened with the YouTube, my final thoughts for the year, and that'll be that. So don't mind, my messy hair and stuff. I just want to get this done. I'm tired. So let's start. January 5th, I got the Platinum Trophy in Dragon Quest XI. Okay, I talked about that at the end of 2019 because I'd beaten the game 100%, and my god, it is one of the finest RPGs that I've ever played. It was great. I loved it. Moving on to January 10th through 12th. That was OhioCon. I got a lot of pictures. I added to my steampunk persona red coat. And I got a cool fake pistol, which, hoping it's over here. Yes, it is. Sorry, I didn't really think to organize. Ta-da! Cool fake steampunky kind of pistol or sci-fi, whatever. It's very fake. I love it though. Moving on. January 14th, I 100% completed the Spyro trilogy. Basically, God. I got the Platinum Trophies in all three of those games because, like the Crash and Insane trilogy, they released the trilogy remastered for Spyro. And it was really fun. I will admit I didn't enjoy it as much as Crash because some of the trophies were just a bit ridiculous. I mean, not insanely hard to do. It was just basically like skill point things. I forget exactly what it was, and basically their trophies just let it. Oh wait, sorry. Actually, looking at my document here, basically the trophies just led up to beat the sorcerers, and that's it. Not 100% complete the game. Get all the gems and stuff like that, which is a little disappointing, but whatever. But yeah, so I liked, beating Spyro all three games, but I'm not sure if I'll go back to it ever again. I just wanted to do this for completion. Moving on to January 18th. Brian reached out to me to come in as extra help for recording a project. I forget the name of the project. I forget if it's been released yet. Brian, if you see this video, please let me know what the heck the project was. And it was part of a series. But yeah, basically I was a boom mic operator recording audio for several scenes. I learned a little bit from that experience. And it feels cool helping on a more legitimate project, honestly. I like my work, but obviously I have my limitations. I haven't had as much time to do stuff, and yeah. Who knows, maybe I'll be asked back again at some point to help out. Maybe I'll be an extra, or maybe I'll actually get to learn some stuff. Try not to put my fingers in a bad way on the screen here. January 25th, I turned 32. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, my birthday is January 25th. I saw Jumanji: The Next Level. It was a fun movie. I really liked it. And, because I was having fun and being silly that day, I came up with a fun little backstory for that. Nothing ever came of it, really. I was going to do a vlog like I do some of the other stuff. but nothing happened. But yeah, it was fun. It was good. I had a nice time. Moving on to February. February 9th, Team 4 Star released the announcement of the end of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They worked on the series for 11 years, covering from the Saiyan saga all the way to the Cell saga, as well as a number of the films. Making an excellent comedy, but also touching on the dramatic moments quite well. They have other projects in the works, which is cool. But still stinks, knowing that the series is over. But in my opinion, they ended on a high note, like right after the Cell saga, and that's good. Apparently, I've heard that's where originally they were going to end Z, but they added the Boo saga after for whatever reason. So thank you, Team 4 Star. Hopefully, I will continue to watch your work. February 14th, obviously Valentine's Day, but that was the day Sonic the Hedgehog came out. And honestly, it was a good movie. I saw it in theaters myself because I was curious. I really liked it. It was fun. It was interesting. Obviously not perfect. Definitely geared a bit more towards a younger audience, but the standout thing for me was Jim Carrey's performance as, Eggman. February 22nd. One of my good friends, Matt Alt, he got married. I met him in 7th or 8th grade, and we've been friends since. Obviously there have been periods of not talking because, life and stuff, but I'm proud of you, man. That's cool. That's good. That's great. I'm not as familiar with your wife, Sarah, so, I'm not as familiar with Sarah. That's all I gotta say there. But she seems nice. I like her, and I'm glad that you guys are happy and together and stuff like that. That's awesome. Keep up the cool work. I got to, hang out with Jordan, Paul, and a few other people that I haven't seen in a while either. So that was a cool day. March 2nd, finished Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, a JRPG that Patrick got me that I'm currently lending to John Brown. But yeah, it was a great game. Basically, it deals a lot with, grief and the healing process. And one of the big things that I really loved in it was, people become brokenhearted, like quite literally, like they're missing a piece of their heart. Sometimes it's, optimism or, courage or joy or whatever. And you have to find that that extra bit within another person to give to, the person who's brokenhearted. It was so cool and interesting. I really loved it. And I got through also Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, which was fun, awesome, and amazing. March 9th, I saw the movie Onward. The story of two brothers trying to, bring their father back. Obviously, that hits very close to home for me. For those of you who may not know, my father passed some time ago. It's okay. I've dealt with it. It sucks. But, I wanted to obviously talk about it with Patrick because he and I are very close because, we're only a couple of years apart and he's definitely like a father figure to me. We didn't get the chance to talk about that, obviously, because the next couple things have come up, but it was a fun, interesting movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's cool. It's interesting. I really loved it. And then, I forget when exactly in March, but the first, shutdowns occurred for COVID, coronavirus, however you want to call it. It sucks, but we have to acknowledge it. It happened. It's been a crazy time. I've been working my retail job the whole time. I've had to deal with a lot of ups and downs, and I will get to all that stuff a bit later on, but yeah. Sorry. Moving on to April, Resident Evil 3 Remake came out. Haven't gotten to play it, but saw a Let's Play or two. Seems interesting, a bit short, not as good as Resident Evil 2, in my opinion, though, unfortunately. The Final Fantasy VII Remake. God, I watched a lot of Rad Brad's playthrough of it, and it looks awesome and fun and interesting. I got to actually play it and complete it myself. I forgot to put that in here. But yeah. One of my only gripes with it is it only covers, the Midgar section. So, we'll just have to see how the rest of the game goes whenever it's released. Hopefully, there's more stuff in 2021, and we can go on from that. I'm trying to go fast because, I don't know how much memory I got on my phone for this. And I'm already at 9 minutes, practically. and we're only in April. Um, April 15th, another unfortunate day for me. I passed a couple of kidney stones. At least, well, one, maybe two. I, want to do an educational vlog about that, but I have to, get stuff together. Uh, the whole ordeal lasted 20 hours, and it really sucked. Don't worry, not like excruciating. I'm going to die pain. Just like, imagine getting like a broom handle like shoved like into your stomach, and then holding it there for like 20 hours. I mean, occasionally it'll move, so it'll be like, oh, hey, it feels like right here in the abdomen. Now it feels like it's gone lower abdomen, and yeah, it sucks. So really quick, I'm gonna pause here so I can continue with the stuff after I get this off of my phone. Give me 1 second. All right, had to split this up. Going into June 2020, The Last of Us Part 2 was released, continuing the story from the original by Naughty Dog. It's a cool story. It's very interesting. I'm not going to go into any spoilers for it. As a game, I can understand people being annoyed with it and not being happy with the direction that Naughty Dog decided to take on that. And, hey. So, I'm just going to acknowledge it came out. The story is interesting and engaging and fantastic. But, yeah, playing the game, you might get pissed off with it. I would be. June 29th, beat Saints Row the Third and got the Platinum Trophy. I've played through this game at least twice now. Basically, it's one of the big GTA ripoffs that, found its own identity by about, game 2 or 3, by being more silly and crazy and ridiculous, rather than trying to be more serious like GTA has become, especially with entries like GTA 4 and GTA 5, for the most part. July. And then really quick, beating Saints Row the Third took me about 31 hours to get everything done. As long as you pay attention to the achievements, which are pretty much the trophies, like beat, streak for 10 minutes, beat people with certain weapons, do certain things, you'll be fine. You can get it done in the 31 hours, roughly. July. Basically, I got a phone upgrade. Obviously, I can't show it in the video because I'm using it to record this. But basically, my phone, the battery life wasn't as good. I'd had it for several years, and I wanted something better. Part of the battery life thing is just because I would play music quite regularly at work. Because I work 5 a.m., there's nobody in the building. I'm allowed to do it. But, yeah, the phone battery has been better here. The screen's bigger. It's nicer. I still have my phone as a backup because I've learned in the past, please keep your phone as a backup just in case something happens to your new phone. Like you forgot that you left it in your pants and you put it in the washer. That happened. That was 2007, 2008, so I was like 19 or 20 when that happened. I'm an idiot. Anyway, moving on. Into August. One of my major adulting achievements, I got myself a convection oven. It's also an air fryer. Basically, it's just convenient to have for, baking more stuff rather than just having a microwave to rely on for cooking stuff. And it's really great. I can make big frozen pizzas in it. I can make chicken. I can make tater tots. I have not done pizza rolls yet, but hopefully that'll be in 2021. And I may sadly report on that. We'll see how it goes, guys. I don't know. It's crazy up in here. 2020 has been crazy, and it's made me a little crazier, obviously. August 30th. Another awesome, great, wonderful thing. One of my buddies, Chris, got married. He told me about wanting to have the ceremony back in May. He told me about wanting to get married in May, sometime earlier in 2020, but obviously, the COVID complications came up, so, that got postponed. He did have an outside ceremony with, mainly family, a couple of other people, and yeah, I did not get the invite, and that's fine. I get it. We're trying to keep the numbers down and stuff, and at the least, I got to see the pictures, and Chris, you're like one of my brothers, and I'm proud of you. Like, that's great. You found love, you got married, that's good. You also got a house later on in the year. I know I'm talking about his cool achievements, and I'm not talking so much about mine. Besides, like, hey, I did video games, and hey, I passed kidney stones and other crap. But yeah, sometimes that's how the year goes. Sometimes you have friends who have those wonderful things that happen, and I want to remember those things, for myself, and remember those wonderful people that are in my life. But yeah, anyway, after August, apparently not much happened until October. I got my new glasses, and those I can show in the video, because the other ones basically fell off of the ice machine at work, and then I stepped on them, so one of the ear hangy thingies, got snapped off. I kept it, and then I think I lost it again. But yeah, so I got new glasses, and these look cooler. I kind of look like a hipster, I'm going to be honest with you, but I like them better. And then finally we're at December. Obviously November had Thanksgiving, but it was a chill time for me because I got to hang out and watch Let's Play of GTA 3 that day rather than have to do anything because, I was tired. Work's been crazy. I will talk about that again a bit more later, but yeah. But moving on to December. Watch the end of Supernatural. The series is finally over. 15 seasons, I believe. And obviously it's another series that hits home with me, much like Gurren Lagann that I've talked about in the past. One of the big things is obviously brotherhood and the chemistry, between the main actors, Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, Misha Collins. I forget who plays Jack, and I apologize for that. But basically, there's good chemistry with the group there. Some episodes, obviously went in different directions, rather than staying focused on the main story of, oh, hey, we have to, minor spoiler here, defeat God. But yeah, it was still fun and interesting, and just the series isn't always about, the major plot. It's about, the brotherhood. It's about the friendships. It's about the characters, and I really loved it for that. And honestly, Pat had such a good ending idea for it, rather than what they went with. And to be fair, I love the ending. Carry on. It was good. It was nice. It was sweet. It tied everything up in a nice little bow. But I prefer Patrick's ending, where it is a bit more open. But it's better. And hopefully we'll get to talk about that at some point. And now we get to those who are no longer with us. Unfortunately, some people passed this year, and I have to address that. Mike Medved in January 2020. He was one of the guys that I used to work with, at my store. He was one of the cart guys. Unfortunately, he was in an accident. He was one of the coolest, most nice people that I ever met. I drove his brother Jim home a couple of times from work because, you gotta help people out. And, they're both good people, and I'm sorry that he's gone. Also in January 2020, my brother's dog Ozzy passed away. He's much older. He was much older, and yeah, it just sucks. Ozzy was a good dog. I knew him for a bit of time, and he was great. Kobe Bryant, a former basketball player, played for 20 seasons with the LA Lakers and went on to win 5 NBA championships. Yeah. God, freaking hey. Kazuhisa Hashimoto, age 61. The video game developer who also created the Konami code, up, down, down, left, right, left, right, A, B, start. What was it originally for? This was originally for the NES version of Gradius. I know it most commonly for Contra, and that's what I hear about a lot. But obviously it's become a large staple in video game pop culture with so many references. One of the big ones that comes to my mind now that more modern people may know is they used it in Wreck-It Ralph, the original. Yeah. And then we have, unfortunately, Todd Yankee. Basically, one of my brother-in-laws, however you say it. He was a good guy. I met him several times at events. With my sister and her husband Mike. And I'm sorry that he's gone. Sam Lloyd. I knew him best from his role in Scrubs as Ted. Apparently, he was also one of the producers in the show. But basically, Ted in the show was just a funny, put upon lawyer type character, who had to work under Dr. Bob Kelso. And hopefully, maybe y'all get to talk about Scrubs one day. But yeah, he was a good guy. He was great. Moving on, we have Little Richard. He was 87. He was a music performer. I got to know him most. I know him most for his work with the piano and his awesome jewelry. Seemed like a pretty cool guy. Don't worry, we're getting near the end. So we're almost done. Sonny the cat. My friends Krista and Jeremy have a couple of cats. And one of their cats is named Sonny. Orange cat, very nice. Reminded me a lot of our former cat Sadie. So I grew attached to the cat, even though I never met Sonny in person. Because I live in Northeast Ohio and they live somewhere closer to Columbus. I'm not exactly sure where. But yeah. Grant Imahara from Mythbusters. He was a pretty cool guy, and he also did. Trying to look at what I said really quick. He did some good stuff. He was a very great guy. I'm sorry, I don't have as much to say there. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court Justice. Hers was a major pass. Sean Connery, a famous actor. I loved him in The Rock, The Avengers, The British Spy, show turned movie, Highlander, and he was James freaking Bond. Also, Indiana Jones's father in The Last Crusade. I love, the scene where he uses the pigeons to stop the plane. I'm trying to go fast because I'm at 11 minutes already. And this is crazy. Alex Trebek. And, yeah. So those are the people who are no longer with us. So my final thoughts on 2020, unfortunately, a number of good people are unfortunately no longer with us. There are some people that I didn't even get to mention because, I didn't get to keep up on this as much. But yeah, it's been a crazy year for all of us. And, going over that craziness, I want to talk about what happened with me and the YouTube, where I've been, what I've done, why I haven't done as much, and some of the things that I used, that I did to cope with all this craziness. I hope it's in there at least. If I didn't put it in there, whatever. I'm editing, I'm shooting this stuff out of order. I'm trying to get it done as quick as I can. So my apologies if anything is not there. If we need to address it, I will address it later. But yeah, so give me a minute. And with the power of editing, we will get to what happened with Brad in the YouTube. I forget what I called that part. So 1 second. Hey everybody, just a quick update about, I guess, what happened with the YouTube this year. One of the big things was, well, my last big YouTube video was the Ohio counter review from January of last year. 2020, whatever. Since then I haven't posted as much. I haven't had as many, big things go on, obviously because COVID happened. I didn't get to see as many movies. I didn't get to do as many different things. I did have a couple of cool things that I got to do, but they didn't feel, like appropriate for the channel. Like my buddy Matt got married. I would have liked to create a little video thing for that, but it's personal, and it's, I don't know. I don't think I could have done a video for the channel appropriately for that. So yeah, and then the the shutdowns in March, across Ohio. For those of you who may not know, I currently work retail. So I'm one of the essential employees. I've worked pretty much the entire time. I've been with my company for 8 or 9 years now. And during the course of this, unfortunately, some people, a lot of people have moved from my team to different areas, and my most senior person at this point right now has been with me for about 2 months.
honestly, my team is full of solid, good people, and I love all of you guys. I really do. You know, it's just been a bit hard on me to try and teach and train new people. You know, if you know me personally, you might be able to tell I do have some social issues. I have theories on the why. I'm not going to get into them here, but yeah. So I'm trying to teach people and then, you know, rely on people to be good and do all the crazy crap that, you know, I do feels a bit much for me. So I'm trying to give them a decent amount of stuff to do as a normal, like what you would expect. And honestly, you guys, you know, you guys are doing great. Thank you for that. You know, the audits, you know, you really helped out with that. You know, just the normal day-to-day stuff. You're doing good, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you for that. But yeah, because you know I've been teaching and doing all of this stuff, it's left me really tired after work and pretty drained. So you know I'll come home a lot, and unfortunately sometimes you know I have other errands that I have to do. Oh, I gotta go to the grocery store. Oh, I gotta go here. Or I gotta go there. I gotta do this or that. Like my day doesn't stop, you know, at 1:30. You know, I've had late days at work. I've had, you know, normal days at work. You know, and I've had other people I've had to help out and watch out for. So the YouTube, you know, has gone on the back burner, and I do apologize for that, for not even saying anything about it. I'm hoping to at least get some more stuff back on the channel. You know, I worked on some D&D, you know, side story fantasy stuff that I wouldn't mind talking about on here. The Doctor Who series, you know, character investigations, my series that I'm going to call, you know, the Fight Reports. Basically, just looking at fights and analyzing how would the fight have gone if it was just, you know, mano a mano, you know, Goku versus Vegeta, you know, no interference from Krillin and Gohan and Yajirobe and all that, potentially. You know, I'm hoping to get that stuff done. And I have a few other things that I want to talk about too, like the series Supernatural ended, you know, like I mentioned. You know, I watched some other cool stuff on Netflix. Daybreaker, that series was fun and interesting. Nino Kuni, the kidney stone thing. I'm fine with it. I just didn't want to lay that on everybody because obviously 2020 was a hard year. You know, maybe if things seem to level out in 2021 and I get some positive stuff on the channel, you know, I can like kind of sandwich that in the middle. That way you're not getting a really sad thing. And it's not sad, it's just informative and honestly kind of frustrating, but hey, you know, I want to share that experience with you guys, so hopefully you can avoid that pitfall. Stay hydrated, you know, drink water, drink cranberry juice, drink cucumber water. I know it's high and fancy, but you know what, hey, it'll save you some pain. But yeah, so basically, you know, it's just after, you know, all of the craziness, I haven't been able to focus as much on YouTube, and I do apologize for that. I did get some vlogs out on my Facebook, and you know, I might try and do that at least once monthly, you know, here on the YouTube channel, just something random. You know, how my day was, you know, maybe some open discussion stuff with you guys. I'm not sure, but just something to keep you guys engaged and entertained. Because one of the things that I picked up, you know, is that it's kind of important to try and be the light for people. You know, bring them laughs, make them smile, make them think, show them that you care. You know, I've had to do that quite a bit for my coworkers. You know, trying to lead them and show them that I care and I appreciate them, and you know, I'm impressed with how good they are and how fast they pick this stuff up. You know, I'm not saying my job's uber complicated, but I don't always feel like I'm able to present everything as good, because I'm definitely stressed out and frazzled at work a lot of the time. And it has nothing to do with you guys, it's just trying to balance a lot of things. So I'm sorry I haven't done as much. Hopefully in 2021 I can change that. You know, like I've said in the past, if I do plan on officially retiring, you know, I'll say something. You know, so you guys at least know. But like, I would still have the end of the year videos, the random videos with Patrick, you know, that we want to do, because Patrick's shown some interest in doing a couple of things, and I would love to do that. Talking about Supernatural, definitely. Talking about Wonder Woman 84 once we both get to see it. The Tremor series, just first wave potentially still too, even. it would be good to do those things. Because he's my brother. I value his opinion a lot. And yeah, but for right now, the collaborations are put on hold, because we're trying to be safe and watch out for each other. So so unfortunately, you don't get to see Pat's comedic antics, on the channel for a little bit. But hey, he'll be back. We'll make it work. But yeah, so in the end, that's what happened. Life happens. Things got in the way. I'm hoping I can at least change that for 2021. I can't promise anything. I still have to lead. I still have to direct. I still have to, deal with some of the hurdles that life keeps throwing at us, because we're not quite out of the woods yet with COVID, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's what happened last year. A lot of stuff happened. I had to, prioritize things, and unfortunately, the YouTube had to take a backseat again. So yeah, that's that. So moving on to, I guess at this point, it'll probably just be final thoughts. So 1 second. So now, with everything out in the open, why I haven't done the YouTube stuff, what I did this year, those were no longer with us. We hit the final thoughts. And, what are my final thoughts on 2020? First off, obviously it sucked. It was very rough. We did have certain pinpoints of light and good throughout the year. Some of us did. Others may not have had as many, and I'm sorry for that. And, I'm sorry for all of the heartache and all of the hardship that we've had to face. But we made it. We got through 2020. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee 2021 is going to be perfect and amazing and awesome. Because here's the thing about the future, and I picked this up from Back to the Future. The awesome trilogy of movies. Yes, even the third one. Your future isn't written yet, so make it a good one. That's what Doc told Marty and Jennifer before he took off in the steam train time machine at the very end. And it's very true. We make our own future, by choosing to be good, to be kind, to be the light in the dark times, by wearing a mask when in public, by socially distancing, by trying to watch out for each other as best we can. So, 2021, I want you guys to go out there, and I want you to do the good things. I want you to be, the light in the darkness. I'm not saying you constantly have to do it, because obviously it is draining. I've been an essential worker this entire time. I've worked for Sam's for about 8 or 9 years, and this is the craziest it's been at times, especially around the holidays this year. But yeah, I got through it. Obviously, I'm here, standing here, talking to you about it. And I'm gonna keep doing it. As I know I've talked in the past couple of years of, I want to change careers and stuff, because I don't feel like my current position has a lot of longevity for somebody, in their 40s and 50s. And I still honestly believe that. Like, I'm built pretty well right now, but yeah. But I also acknowledge that right now I kind of have to teach the next generation of people that hopefully they can carry on produce, and finally maybe I can find, my place in the universe. So, for those of you, who've talked to me over the last couple of years about, hey Brad, what's the future hold for you currently? At the moment, at least, it looks like produce. Until hopefully this at least gets wrapped up. It also means potentially the YouTube, more vlogs, just a bunch of different things. So, I'm looking toward 2021 with some optimism. 2021 beat the crap out of me and a bunch of other people. I'm still standing. And if you want to keep going, hey, let's do it. I've taken a lot of poundings in my life. I can take a few more lumps. I'll keep coming back. This is where I stand. I can't remember the whole, this is where I stand, this is where I fall speech that Capaldi gave as Doctor Who. So we'll just have to go with this is where I stand. And honestly, this is not where I'm about to fall. So, yeah. What do you say to that? It's 2021. But also, hey, 2021, please be nice. Please don't be mean to me. If that was, too aggressive and assertive, I'm just kidding around, all my beef was with 2020. I mean, that year, that was lame and crap. You seem nice and cool. Please don't hit me so hard in the face. Let me have a few good times. Sorry if that doesn't seem as funny. I'm just way too tired at this point. It's been a long week. For me, I'm trying to do all this stuff and trying to get everything together. So yeah, I will just leave, with my standard closing. Have fun, stay safe, keep hydrated, and of course remember, every character or year has a story to tell. I'm Valiant Bradley James, character investigator, the essential worker, the random vlogger, the dude who will stand. Till next time, everyone, peace out.
Stand with me. These people are terrified. Maybe we can help.